Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides is a 2011 adventure fantasy film directed by Rob Marshall and produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. It is the fourth installment in the Pirates of the Caribbean film series and features an all-star cast including Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz, Ian McShane, and Jeffrey Rush. The film follows Captain Jack Sparrow as he embarks on a quest to find the Fountain of Youth. Along the way, he meets a former love interest, Angelica, who forces him to join her father, the notorious pirate Blackbeard, on his own mission to find the fountain. Jack must navigate treacherous waters, fend off deadly enemies, and outsmart everyone around him to achieve his goal. Filled with swashbuckling action, supernatural elements, and plenty of humor, Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides is a thrilling addition to the beloved franchise. It takes viewers on a journey across the high seas and into a world of danger and adventure, with Jack Sparrow leading the way. While Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides was a commercial success, it did not receive many awards or nominations. Here are some of the accolades the film received. Nomination for Best Visual Effects at the 84th Academy Awards. Nomination for Favorite Movie at the 2012 Kids' Choice Awards. Nomination for Best Sound Editing at the 2012 Golden Reel Awards. Nomination for Best Live Action Family Film at the 2012 Phoenix Film Critics Society Awards. Overall, the film did not receive as much critical acclaim or awards recognition as the earlier installments in the franchise. However, it remains a popular and entertaining movie for fans of action-adventure and fantasy films.
Captain Jack Sparrow Johnny Depp travels to London to locate the person who has been impersonating him. The imposter has reportedly been recruiting a crew to search for the legendary Fountain of Youth. First, Sparrow rescues his former first mate, Joshua Gibbs Kevin McNally, who is about to be hanged, though the two are captured. Jack is brought before King George II Richard Griffiths, who wants him to guide an expedition to the fountain before the Spanish find it. Heading the expedition is Jack's old nemesis, Captain Hector Barbossa Jeffrey Rush, now a privateer in service to the British Navy after having lost Jack's ship, the Black Pearl, as well as his leg. Jack escapes and is found by his father, Captain Teague Keith Richards, who warns Jack about the fountain's tests. Jack soon discovers that the imposter is Angelica Penelope Cruz, his former lover and daughter of the ruthless pirate Blackbeard Ian McShane, who possesses supernatural powers and practices voodoo magic. Jack is forced to join Blackbeard's crew and to lead them to the fountain. Meanwhile, Gibbs, who memorized, then destroyed, Sparrow's map, barters with Barbossa to lead him and his crew to the fountain. Aboard Blackbeard's ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, Jack learns that the fountain's water must be drunk simultaneously from two silver chalices once belonging to Juan Ponce de Leon. The person drinking from the chalice containing a mermaid's tear has their life extended, while the other person dies, their years of life drained from their body. Blackbeard intends to use the fountain's power to circumvent his fatal encounter with a one-legged man, and sets a course for Whitecap Bay. There he traps a mermaid that Philip Swift Sam Claflin, a captive missionary, falls in love with and names Serena Astrid Burgess Frisbee. Blackbeard then sends Sparrow to retrieve the chalices from de Leon's grounded ship. Sparrow arrives finding only Barbossa. The Spanish have already taken the chalices. Barbossa only wants revenge against Blackbeard for having captured the Black Pearl, forcing Barbossa to amputate his own leg to escape. He and Jack plot to defeat Blackbeard, then steal the chalices from the nearby Spanish camp. Meanwhile, Serena, who returns Philip's love, is tricked into shedding a tear, which Blackbeard collects, then leaves her to die while forcing Philip to go with him. Sparrow returns with the chalices and Gibbs, who he had reunited with while helping Barbossa. Jack negotiates with Blackbeard to return his confiscated magical compass and to free Gibbs in exchange for the chalices and is leading them to the fountain. Blackbeard agrees, and Gibbs departs with Jack's compass. At the fountain, Blackbeard and his crew are attacked by Barbossa and also the Spanish, sent by their king to destroy the fountain, believing its power is an abomination against God. After an intense battle, Barbossa stabs Blackbeard with a poison-laced sword, but Angelica is also wounded by it. Barbossa claims Blackbeard's magical sword, and assuming command, leaves with Blackbeard's crew. Philip, mortally wounded, escapes and returns to free Serena. After finding the chalices that the Spaniards tossed into deep water, Serena gives them to Sparrow. Then retrieves the dying Philip, taking him underwater to heal him. Angelica intends to sacrifice herself for her father, but Sparrow deceives them, and Angelica unknowingly drinks from the chalice containing Serena's tear, thus killing Blackbeard and saving her. Although they declare their love, Jack, knowing she may avenge her father's death, strands her on an island, intending for a passing ship to pick her up. Jack then finds Gibbs, who used Sparrow's compass to locate the Revenge and retrieve all the captured ships that Blackbeard had magically shrunk and bottled, including the Black Pearl. The two head off, hoping to find a way to return the pearl to its original size.
Sure, here are some interesting trivia about Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. The film is based on the novel On Stranger Tides by Tim Powers, which features Blackbeard and the Fountain of Youth. This is the first Pirates of the Caribbean film to be directed by Rob Marshall, who is known for his work on musicals such as Chicago and Into the Woods. Johnny Depp based his portrayal of Captain Jack Sparrow on Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards, who also makes a cameo in the film as Jack's father. Penelope Cruz's character, Angelica, was originally written as a love interest for Will Turner, but the role was changed when Orlando Bloom did not return for the fourth film. The film was shot entirely in 3D using the Red Epic camera system. The budget for On Stranger Tides was over $250 million, making it one of the most expensive films ever made. The mermaids in the film were portrayed by both actresses and computer-generated imagery, CGI. The film's release coincided with the 50th anniversary of the Disneyland attraction, Pirates of the Caribbean. I thought the first Pirates film was excellent, the second one started to confuse me a little, however I still very much enjoyed it, while the third film was so confusing and I was beginning to fear the worst. However, the reason I say welcome back was that after the third film it had seemed there would be no return for the franchise, however now with a much simpler story than the third and still maintaining the action, humor and still an intense storyline, this franchise has well and truly taken off once more. The return of Johnny Depp and Jeffrey Rush with Penelope Cruz and Ian McShane added to the cast creates an experience not to be missed. With much more focus on Captain Jack Sparrow, you know the film was heading in the right direction. The film grips the audience from start to finish. If you see a good video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel to support me. Thank you for your support. See you in the next movies.